Hello students, how are you all? Welcome to Affairscloud, Learn to Lead. My name is Vikas Rana. So friends, we have an app by the name Careers Cloud which you can go and download through the Play Store. Once you have downloaded, you will be able to log in with your Gmail ID, as well as once logged in, you will be transferred to our application which you can see with various options: home, all courses, my courses and doubts. You will be also provided with the Crack 10 course here which you can use to pay for the course that will help you to reduce 10% on the amount you will be paying. Apart from this friends, in the course if we talk about, we will be providing you with the current affairs on the daily basis, on weekly basis and on monthly basis. On daily basis we will provide you with 20 questions of quiz along with PDF of that particular day. Similarly for weekly, on weekly basis we will be providing you MCQ questions quiz of 50 questions on weekly basis, as well as a PDF of the current affairs of that particular week that are helpful for you. And similar for monthly basis, you will be provided with a PDF of top 100 question and answers of that particular month that will be very helpful for you in the revision purpose. Also friends, we will provide you in bilingual language, that is both in English as well as in Hindi. Also we will be providing you all these PDFs and quizzes also. The quizzes that are in your applications are very helpful and interesting way for revision. Apart from this friends, we have content related to banking awareness also. Apart from that, we provide you current affairs in topic wise format also, such as apps and web portals, important days, books and authors, national affairs, international affairs and many more. So students, in this video we will be talking about important current affairs of 16th of July. The session will be very helpful and important to all of you, so do pay attention till the end. So friends, let's start. First we are talking about Mission Shakti. On 14th of July, the Ministry of Women and Child Development issued a detailed guidelines for Mission Shakti scheme. It will be respectively with respect to 1st of April 2022. Under the guidelines, the Women Helpline running under 181, this is your Women Helpline number. This number will be integrated with the Emergency Response System number 112. So 181 will be merged with 112 for all emergency assistance, and with One Stop Center and other platforms like 108, 1098, that is your for child line. So if we talk about it, I tell you again that the number 181, that is for Women Helpline number, will be integrated with the Emergency Response Support System number, that is 112 for all the emergency assistance, and with One Stop Center and other platforms like 1098 child line. Highly important. Mission Shakti is a scheme in mission mode to strengthen interventions for women's safety, for security and empowerment of women, and by making them equal partners in the nation building through convergence and citizen ownership. I repeat, what is Mission Shakti? It is a scheme in a mission mode to strengthen interventions for women's safety, security and empowerment, and by making them equal partners in nation building through the convergence and citizen ownership. And this 181, 121 will be merged, and other platforms like 1098 will also be merged in this particular 181, that is your Women Helpline number. Moving on, next news we are talking about, that is your MHA website. What is MHA? MHA is your Ministry of Home Affairs. So recently, in a National E-Governance Service Delivery Assessment, the Ministry of Home Affairs website is ranked first under the Central Ministries portal. I repeat, among the Central Ministries portals, Ministry of Home Affairs website is ranked first. Alright, the Digital Police portal is ranked number 2 under the Central Ministries Service portal. So question can be asked that under Central Ministries Service portal, which ministry's website was ranked first? It was your Ministry of Home Affairs, that website was ranked first. Alright, this was unveiled in the National E-Governance Service Delivery Assessment done by the Department of Administration and Reforms and Public Grievances, that is your DARPG, in collaboration with knowledge partner NASCOM and KPMG in 2021. Alright, so which ministry's website has topped? It is your Ministry of Home Affairs, and on second number, or that is on second position, it was your Digital Delhi Police portal, that was ranked second in the Central Ministry Service portal. Alright, here we are talking about this ranking. The first rank was of Ministry of Home Affairs website and second was of Digital Police portal. Moving on. Next we are talking about government has extended ROSCTL scheme. What is this ROSCTL? It stands for rebate of state and central taxes and levies. I repeat, rebate of state and central taxes and levies. So recently Ministry of Commerce and Industries approved the contribution of the scheme for rebate of states and central taxes and levies with the same rates as announced by the Ministry of Textiles for export of apparel, garments and made-ups until 31st of March 2024. This scheme is to increase export and generate employment in the textile industries. Also, one more thing, if we are more exporting, consider it like this, that the value of rupee is degrading. That means in terms of value the rupee is losing its purchasing power. Now $1 is almost equal to 80 rupees. That means if we are exporting more, then people will be having more benefit. Also, if we will be start importing more, then we have to pay more for the same import that we used to purchase earlier. For example, if we used to buy something for $5, which was earlier 79 rupees into 5, but now we are buying these same 5 things, but the amount that we have to pay now is rupees 80 rupees for the same 5 goods. There will be an increase of 5 rupees for the same trade. But if we talk about export, you can see it like this. Earlier we used to pay 70, earlier we used to get 79 rupees per dollar for each dollar, but now we will be getting 80 rupees for each dollar. That means our export will become more profitable and our import will become less, or import will also become more loss because we will have to pay more for certain goods that we are importing. So remember, the Ministry of Commerce and Industry approved the continuation of the scheme for the rebate of state and central taxes and levies with the same rates as announced by the Ministry of Textiles for export of apparel, garments and made-ups until 31st of March 2024. The extension of this ROSCTL scheme is to increase exports and generate employment in the textile industry. All right. Then if we talk about this scheme, it succeeded the rebate of state levies initiative in March 2019 after the implementation of goods and service tax in 2017. It aims to reimburse all embedded states and central taxes levies for export of manufactured goods and garments by the way of rebate to enhance the productivity of the garment and made up sector and in turn increase the export of India also. Moving on, next news. Next, we will be talking about e-National Agriculture Market. I repeat, we will be talking about e-Agriculture National Agriculture Market. Recently, Center has launched a NAM portal, that is NAM, National Agriculture Market. Alright, so remember, Central has launched a e-NAM POP to facilitate farmers to sell produce outside their state borders. Recently, the National Conference of State and Agriculture and Horticulture Ministers Conference was held in Bangalore, Karnataka. It was organized by the Department of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. In this particular conference, this saw the presence of Union Minister Narendra Singh Tomar also. Here you saw that Union Minister Narendra Singh Tomar launched an e-NAM portal. It was a platform of POP. This is POP stands for Platform of Platform. Alright, I repeat, here POP stands for Platform of Platform. So Union Minister Narendra Singh Tomar has launched a e-NAM, that is National Agriculture Market, Platform of Platform to promote trade and marketing of agriculture produce for getting better prices of agriculture commodities to farmers. I repeat, Union Minister Narendra Singh Tomar launched this e-NAM, that is e-National Agriculture Market, Platform of Platform to promote trade and marketing of agriculture produce for getting better prices of agriculture commodities to farmers. What will be the benefit of it? It will enable participation of all the stakeholders and can facilitate the Indian farmers to sell their produce beyond their state boundaries. This will enhance farmers' accessibility digitally to multiple number of market buyers, service providers, and to bring transparency in the trade transactions also. All right. Also, friends, remember, it will create an efficient and effective one nation one market ecosystem. If we are talking about one nation one product, this scheme was launched by which state? It was launched by Uttar Pradesh. And who was the brand ambassador of it? It was your she was your Kangana Ranaut, who became the brand ambassador of one nation one product scheme. It was for one district one product scheme, all right, not one nation one district one product scheme. And this particular enam pop will be effective and efficient in creating one nation one market, all right. So this enam, that is your e national agriculture market, pop stands for platform of platforms, all right. And what it will do, it will enable participation of all stakeholders and can facilitate the Indian farmers to sell their produce beyond their state boundaries also. Moving on. Next, here you can see the National Conference of State Agriculture and Horticulture Ministers Conference was held in Bangalore, Karnataka. It was organized by the Department of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare under the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare to commemorate Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, where this particular Enam portal POP was launched. Next, Kerala's internet connecting the unconnected. Kerala became the first state to have their own internet service. Highly important. Alright, Kerala became the first and the only state in India to have its own services through the Kerala Fiber Optic Network Limited, that is KFON project. Alright, this KFON secure ISP license, that means they will be having their own internet services through the Kerala Fiber Optic Network. Also remember, if you saw C-Space, what was C-Space? C-Space was the name of the OTT platform, that is the over-the-top platform that was of Kerala. With the launch of this OTT C-Space platform, remember Kerala became the first state in India to have their own OTT platform, that was C-Space. If we talk about it, this Kerala has become the first and the only state in India to have their own internet services through this KFON Limited, that is Kerala Fiber Optic Network. It is an information IT infrastructure project that aims to provide internet access to everyone in Kerala. KFON Limited has received internet service providers license from the Department of Telecommunication under the Ministry of Communication for providing the internet access. Highly important, friends. All right, what will be the objective here? It will be to provide network interface with a reliable, secure, scalable intranet that connects all the government offices, educational institutes and hospitals. So coming back, which is the state that have launched their own, or that is having now their own internet? It is your Kerala with the help of KFON, that is KFON stands for Kerala Fiber Optic Network. Highly important, friends. All right, they have the state to have their own internet services. It is your Kerala now, and the state to have their own OTT platform is also Kerala, that is C-Space. Next, ADB, Asian Development Bank, as well as Singapore, as to enhance investments in Asia. I repeat, as per the report, ADB, that is your Asian Development Bank, and Singapore government have signed a memorandum of understanding to promote investment in the Asia and Pacific regions and to recognize the importance of private sector finances as well as catalyzing public sector resources for sustainable and inclusive development. All right, highly important. This which or question can be asked that in order to enhance, in order to promote more investment in the Asia region, Singapore has tied up with which bank or with which investment organization or with which organization they did this? It was your Asian Development Bank, with which Singapore have signed an MOU to increase the investment in the Asia and Pacific region. Highly important, friends. All right. Then remember, under the MOU, both the side, that was your ADB, Asian Development Bank, and your Singapore, both sides cooperate to support private sector deployment projects that contribute to the infrastructure, social and financial needs for the sustainable development goal commitments in Asia and the Pacific region. This MOU was signed by Masasuga Asakawa, who is the ADB president, and Singaporean Deputy Prime Minister and Finance Minister Lawrence Wong. The signing ceremony was held on the sidelines of the Group of 20, that is G20 Finance Ministers meeting and Central Bank Governors meeting in Bali, Indonesia. All right. Also, if we talk about Singapore, remember T. Rajakumar. T. Rajakumar is the president of FATF, that is your Financial Action Task Force, and he became the first Singaporean to be appointed as the president of FATF. So, this is also related to FATF. Three satellites were launched by ISRO of Singapore. Three Singapore satellites were launched by ISRO using their PSLV C-53 rocket, and using this rocket they launched these three satellites of Singapore from Satish Dhawan Space Center, that is in Andhra Pradesh. Alright, and it was ISRO that launched these three Singaporean satellites into space. Moving on, next is Kotak Mahindra Bank. That is the first private bank to integrate with new income tax portal. I repeat, Kotak Mahindra Bank became the first private bank to fully integrate with the new e-filing portals of the income tax department after the completion of their technical integration with the new e-filing portal. Question will be direct and simple, that what is the name of the first private sector bank that has integrated with the new e-filing portal? It is your Kotak Mahindra Bank, or it can be said that the first private bank to integrate with the new income tax portal is your Dash Bank. It is your Kotak Mahindra Bank. Customers, both individual and cooperative, can pay direct taxes through the portal's e-pay tax using Kotak Net Banking. Also remember, Kotak Mahindra Bank in 2021 October became the first private sector bank to receive the approval as a collections partner for the tax. Alright, if we talk about Kotak Mahindra Bank, who is the MD and CEO? Uday Kotak is the current MD and CEO. It was established in the year 2003. Where is the headquarter? It is in Mumbai, Maharashtra. Moving on, next, Quantum Mutual Fund has launched India's first Nifty 50 ETF. ETF is your exchange traded fund. So, Quantum Mutual Funds have launched the India's first Nifty 50 ETF FOF, that is your fund of fund, by the name Quantum Nifty 50 ETF. Highly important. All right. Remember it directly, that Quantum Nifty 50 ETF is the Quantum Mutual Funds India's first Nifty 50 ETF FOF. All right. Remember it like this. Next is we will be talking about Indian Bank. Indian Bank was recently awarded with the Best Performing Bank Award in Tamil Nadu for the fiscal year 21-22 under the Self-Help Group Bank Linkage Program. I'll repeat, Indian Bank has recently awarded with the Best Performing Bank Award in Tamil Nadu for the fiscal year 21-22 under the Self-Help Group Bank Linkage Program category. Alright, and who awarded this award to Indian Bank? It was awarded by NABARD, that is your National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. So, two questions. It was awarded by NABARD, it was awarded to Indian Bank, it was awarded for Self-Help Group Linkage, alright, to Self-Help Group Bank Linkage Program. So these three questions that you have to remember, that Indian Bank was awarded with the Best Performing Bank Award in Tamil Nadu for the Self-Help Group Bank Linkage. It was awarded by NABARD, and the bank that was awarded is your Indian Bank. These are the three questions that you have to remember. Apart from this, remember, on 12th of July 2022, NABARD celebrated their 41st Foundation Day. Important information, question can be asked, that on which day did we observe the Foundation Day of NABARD? It is 12th of July. And which edition of Foundation Day did we observe? It was the 41st Foundation Day that we observed. Also, our Finance Minister of Tamil Nadu, Dr. Palanivel Thiaga Ranjan, was the chief guest of the function organized in Chennai. He inaugurated the Bank on Wheels of Kanchipuram DCCB, that is District Central Cooperative Bank Limited, and also inaugurated the Farmers Producers Organization stalls. So coming back, which is the bank that was awarded with the Best Performing Bank Award? It is in the Self-Help Groups category. It is your Indian Bank. It was awarded by NABARD. It was awarded by award, and the bank was Indian Bank. If we talk about NABARD, the 41st Foundation Day was observed on 12th of July 2022 of NABARD. This information is important, friends. Do take a note of it. Next, we will be talking about Sri Lanka. As we know, there is a huge crisis going on in Sri Lanka. So, Prime Minister of Sri Lanka, Ranil Wickremesinghe has sworn in as the Sri Lanka's interim president. The reason is the president of Sri Lanka recently has given resignation. So in order to take place, who was the president? He was Gotabaya Rajapaksa. He has resigned or he has resigned from the post of president because of the going on Sri Lankan crisis, and now to be as the interim president of Sri Lanka. Next is PM Ranil Wickremesinghe has sworn in as the Sri Lanka's interim president. We know who was the president of Sri Lanka. Gotabaya Rajapaksa, he was the president, and due to going on onslaught and all the crisis in Sri Lanka, we know earlier it was the president house that was breached by the Sri Lankan people, then it was your prime minister's house. Alright, now they are demanding for the resignation, and now recently Gotabaya Rajapaksa has resigned from the post of president. So in order to cover his post, in order to be an interim president, PM Ranil Wickremesinghe will be the interim president of Sri Lanka. He is the prime minister of Sri Lanka also, and currently he will be the interim president of Sri Lanka also in the presence of Chief Justice Jannath Jayasuriya. He was sworn in as after the Speaker of the Parliament accepted his resignation, that is the resignation of the President Gotabaya Rajapaksa. Now the question can be asked, who is the interim president of the Sri Lanka? He is Ranil Wickremesinghe, and he is also the Prime Minister. There is no shorty for this news, friends. Tomorrow this news can also change. Even there was a news that Ranil Wickremesinghe is also planning to resign from the post of Prime Minister. Next we will be talking about science and technology. KVIC, that is your Khadi and Village Industries Commission, has launched a knowledge portal for Khadi by the Center of Excellence for Khadi. First of all, tell me, the first Center of Excellence for Khadi, it was set up where? It was in New Delhi. Highly important question, friends. First Center of Excellence for Khadi was in New Delhi, and recently KVIC, that is Khadi and Village Industries Commission, has launched a knowledge portal for Khadi by the Center of Excellence for Khadi. So KVIC launched this knowledge portal. Highly important. This portal was inaugurated by Preeta Verma, who is the Chief Executive Officer of KVIC. So important term. Who inaugurated it? Preeta Verma, who is the CEO of KVIC. What did KVIC inaugurated? They launched a knowledge portal to provide the directions to the Khadi industries, and it was developed by the Center of Excellence. And where is the first Center of Excellence for Khadi? It is in New Delhi. Next is your World Youth Skills Day. On 15th of July, we observe World Youth Skills Day. Remember, it is on 15th of July that we observe the World Youth Skills Day, and the theme is transforming youth skills for the future. Next is Telangana government. Telangana government recently announced DICRA in partnership with UNDP. What is DICRA? It is Data in Climate Resilient Agriculture. So remember, government of Telangana and United Nations Development Program has collaborated to add data in climate resilient agriculture as the latest addition to the Digital Public Goods Registry. Coming back, which are the two organizations? One is your government of Telangana and second is your United Nations Development Program. They has collaborated to add data in climate resilient agriculture as the latest addition to the Digital Public Goods Registry. This will be the first of its kind digital initiative to drive climate action. Alright friends, I repeat once again that Telangana government as well as your United Nations Development Program have collaborated to add data in climate resilient agriculture as the latest addition to the Digital Public Goods Registry. This will be the first of kind initiative to drive climate action. What will be the main aim here? The main aim is to equip farmers with the information on the impact of climate change. If we talk about this DICRA, remember this platform is facilitated by the government of Telangana and United Nations Development Program. Highly important, remember this. Alright. Here DICRA, it will provide open access to both data as well as analytics derived through an open software based on the artificial intelligence. This will help in strengthening food systems, food security, industries in India. It will use its remote sensing and pattern detecting algorithm to help in identifying farms that are resilient to climate change and those highly vulnerable. It will also facilitate analysis and insight sharing on climate resilient based on imperial inputs from data scientists and citizen scientists on the best performing farms. It will enable farmers to mitigate the adverse effect of climate change on their crops and lively or their livestock. So coming back, remember this World Youth, this Telangana government have launched this DICRA in partnership with the United Nations Development Program. What is the full form of DICRA? It is Data in Climate Resilient Agriculture. So friends, that's all for the day. That was all our news. Now let's move to the one-liners. MOWCD issued guidelines for Mission Shakti scheme. Development of Consumer Affairs set up committee to develop comprehensive framework on the rights to repair. Ministry of Home Affairs Ministry of Home Affairs websites was secured the first position among the Central Ministry Service portal. Alright, then government extended the ROCLT scheme till March 31st, 2020 for exports of apparels and garments. National Conference of State Agriculture and Horticulture Ministers conference began in Bangalore. And also remember, Ministry of A and FW also launched a ENAM POP portal. EM, that is your National Agriculture Market, and POP is your portal of portal. Kerala became the first state to have their own internet services. Also, they became the first state to have their own OTT platform by the name C-Space. India's Ahmedabad and Kerala named the list of the world's 50 greatest places of 2022 by Time magazine. Alright, so remember, Ahmedabad and Kerala were named in the list of the world's 50 greatest places of 2022 by Time magazine. Next, first I2U2 Leaders Virtual Summit took place in July 14, 2022. Highly important, friends. Alright, this news is very important, as we are seeing here that the first I2U2 summit, that is, was a virtual summit that took place on 14th of July. If we talk about this, remember, this was the first virtual summit. Alright, and who are the nations in this I2U2? Remember, I2U2: India, Israel, UAE, and your USA. These are the countries who are in the particular I2U2 summit, and this was the first I2U2 leaders virtual summit that was held on 14th of July 2022. It was virtually attended by Narendra Modi, who is the Prime Minister of India, President Yair Lapid, caretaker of who is the new Prime Minister of Israel, and Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, who is the president of UAE, and who is the president of USA. He is Joseph R. Biden, or Joe Biden, took part in this particular I2U2 summit. This summit was organized by whom? This summit was organized by Joe Biden and also remember, he was in Israel when this particular summit was organized by him. Alright, so this is everything you need to know about I2U2 summit, that it was organized by whom? It was organized by USA when Joe Biden was in Israel, and this particular I2U2 summit, this was a virtual event. In this, 4 countries are there, that is India, Israel, United Arab Emirates, and USA. Moving on, friends, ADB and Singapore government has partnered to enhance the investment in Asia and the Pacific region. Yes Bank has signed a term sheet with JCF, ARC, LLC and JC Flowers for the sale of stressed loans. Kotak Mahindra Bank became the first state to integrate with the new income tax portal. Alright, remember this is an important one. Next is Quantum Mutual Funds have launched India's first Nifty 50 ETF FOF Quantum Nifty 50 ETF. This is for mutual funds. Alright, you can invest them on the monthly basis or one lump sum as per your wish. Next is Indian Bank has secured the Self-Help Group Linkage Award from NABARD. Highly important. Indian Bank for Best Bank for Self-Help Group Linkage Award, and it was presented by them to by whom? It was presented by NABARD. Then PM, that is Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe, has sworn in as the Sri Lanka's interim president. KVIC has launched a knowledge portal for Khadi developer by the Center of Excellence for Khadi. I repeat, where is the first Center of Excellence for Khadi? It is in New Delhi. Then World Youth Skills Day, it is observed on 15th of July. And Telangana government has announced DICRA in partnership with United Nations Development Program. Where is the headquarter of the United Nations Development Program? It is in New York. So that's all for the day, friends. Now it's time for your homework. The first question is State of Food Security and Nutrition in the World Report 2022 was released by which organization? Second, the oldest documented light in the history was in universe which was recently released was captured by which telescope? Third, pop fame, a new fuel which was found in news, was developed from which source of particular? Is it hydrogen, bacterium, biomass, or plastic? We did this question on daily basis yesterday, so you should definitely know the answer. Which is India's third and the most recent power exchange that was launched recently? Fifth question, which is the venue of the National Conclave on Mines and Minerals that was held recently? So these are the question, friends. I hope you will comment them below. These are important. They will help you in preparation. So that's all for the day, friends. This was our session. If you want us to continue with such session, all you have to do is comment below and let us know, because the value of your comment is very high. So that's all for the day, friends. Thank you and have a nice day. That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at Affairs Cloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the of courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this, friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is affairscloud_official. In the end, friends, if you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number, that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.